Liu Jiaru is a coffee fan with a major sweet tooth, but she does not always have time to go to a bakery herself. So she enjoys the benefits of modern technology and orders her coffee online. It's delivered to her within an hour.
I think the platform is good. They deliver the products to my door very quickly. There are many bakery brands on the platform that I would like to buy. For example, 85 Cafe and Lilian Bakery.
Jiaru ordered her coffee from an app called Loxia 100. Founded in November 2012, it delivers afternoon tea and snacks, including coffee, milk tea, cakes, and cookies. Loxia 100 is the first platform of its kind in China. The founder Ji Xiaoyang said that the market for delivering lunch and dinner has already been very competitive. The afternoon tea market seemed like a better choice and it offered profitable returns.
We found that the price per transaction is relatively high in the afternoon tea market, so the profits are high, which is suitable for developing delivery services. It's the business with real profits, unlike delivery service of meals. In the bakery industry, the profit margins of coffee, desserts and milk tea exceed 80%. Western-style food is relatively expensive. You will find that the price of most coffee is more than 25 yuan, so is milk tea. The average price per transaction is around 80 yuan. If you order Chinese-style meals, for example a boxed lunch, it's only 20 yuan.
Ji's family has been working in the bakery industry for more than a decade and runs around 30 bakery stores in Changshu City. The family business gives Ji Xiaoyang more opportunities to know about the industry. He realized the benefits of an O2O platform could bring to the traditional bakery industry. Last year, average spending on baked goods in China was about $23 per person. That's much less than that of the US and European countries, and even less than Japan and South Korea. But growth over the past 5 years was more than 10% every year. The market potential is huge. Most of the expenses from bakeries are incurred on weekends and holidays. That's not because people don't want to have desserts on weekdays. It's simply because they are stuck in the office. Loxia 100 wants to solve that problem and bring more profits to these physical bakery stores.
In the age of the internet, the number of offline customers has been decreasing. People buy many things online, including electronics, and fewer people do shopping in physical stores. When this happens, the number of customers going to cafes and bakery stores decreases as well. We want to help these stores to expand their businesses on weekdays. They've recruited so many staff and chefs anyway. On weekdays, people do not have the time to have afternoon tea in the stores, so we'll deliver afternoon tea to the office. For stores, they do not need any extra resources.
Workers like this business model as they can enjoy a sweet treat at their office. The repurchase rate is 60%, which means 60% of customers would like to buy afternoon tea again on the platform after they tried out for the first time.
Well, just a reminder, you can use your smartphone to scan the QR code on the bottom of your screen to find the latest and all previous episodes of New Money. And to begin today's discussion, Professor Jia Ning joins me in the studio. She's the Deputy Director at the China Business Case Center at Tsinghua University. So thank you very much for joining us today, Professor Jia.
Thanks,
Let me ask you, this Loxia 100, right? How can it differentiate itself from other delivery services, especially those meal delivery services that we're so familiar with?
Right. Well, that's a great question, Tracy. I think the company is trying very hard to differentiate itself from other players in this market, especially along the following several dimensions. One is the fact that the company focuses on the niche market. As you just mentioned, the general food delivery O2O business in China, this market has been very much concentrated. So it has gone from a blue ocean now to a red ocean. So Loxia 100 potentially differentiates itself by focusing on the niche market, which is dessert and afternoon tea. And the nice thing about afternoon tea is even though the frequency of order is lower compared to lunch boxes, but if you look at the price for every order and the margin on every order, it's actually substantially higher compared to lunch box. So we're looking at 50 to 60 RMB per order on high tea versus 20 to 30 for every lunch box.
That's right.
So from a financial perspective, this is actually good for the business. And another way Loxia 100 is trying to differentiate itself is by focusing hard on delivery and quality of service. Right? We know that the company delivers desserts and hot and cold beverage, which is very demanding on the delivery team. So I think the company, as we've seen from the video clip, is working very hard, investing a lot into providing a high quality service.
I see. Professor Jia, so tell me, the founder of Loxia 100, right? He himself, his family owns a bakery business. So why doesn't he just simply extend his bakery business online? Why does he start a business to actually help other bakeries deliver their goods?
Yeah, I think that's an interesting question, Tracy. I think when the founder started this business, what he had in mind is to launch a platform that enables other bakery lines to sell through this platform. So basically, I think he was thinking about something like Taobao, right? Which basically is the platform that enable other vendors to sell through the platform. And if you look at the type of clients that Loxia 100 is serving, there are three main types. So the first type are these offline national sort of bakery chains like 85C and Yizhiduo. And these are basically offline operations. So, and they have very little presence online. So they're basically leveraging Loxia 100 as their online sales channel. And the second type of clients Loxia 100 is serving is those high-end bakeries. They are more expensive. They mostly target sort of white-collar workers, people who work in high-end commercial buildings. Their offline stores tend to get more orders during weekends, when these people are not working in the office. So they're working, partnering up with Loxia 100 to basically enable them to access these clients during the weekdays. So they can deliver their goods to their office, right? And then this is a way for them to even out their orders, throughout the week. And the third type of clients that's working with Loxia 100 is basically these online bakeries such as 21Ke and Nuoxin. So basically, Loxia 100 serves as an alternative channel for them to sell their products.
I see. That makes a lot of sense. So, Professor Jia, it's normal to eat your meals every day, but you're not going to want to eat desserts every day. So, dessert delivery services, it's going to be really hard to generate enough volumes, don't you think?
Yeah, well, I think so, Tracy. I think, well, given dessert is a niche market, so there is a cap as to how much volume we can push for. But from a financial perspective, there are really two ways you can increase profitability. One is by increase the sales volume, and the other channel actually is to increase the margins on every order that you receive. So if you look at, for example, companies like Carrefour, that's a company who basically is huge in terms of sales volume, but the margin on every transaction is actually not that high because it's a grocery business. But on the other hand, give you another example, which is Starbucks. This is a company where the gross margin on every cup of coffee it sells is actually pretty high. It's about 50%.
Wow.
Right? So even though the volume within Starbucks may not be as high as, say, Carrefour, but in terms of the overall profit, I think they're relatively comparable in the sense that one basically increases sales volume, the other one increases profit, the margins.
I see. That makes a lot of sense. Folks, now we have a basic understanding of how Loxia 100 works. We'll look at some of the challenges when we come back.